To do holdout, you'll first need to choose the right kind of sleeve. Since this is a sleeve-based move, it will only work with certain types of sleeves. The sleeve has to be pretty tight. It can't be super loose. This one that I'm wearing right now is a little too loose, but it will still work. Ideally, you want a more form-fitting sleeve. You can, if you have a button up like this, you can try cuffing it at a different button. It works well with a lot of sweaters and with a lot of long sleeve shirts, like t-shirts. But for button-ups like this, you'll have to see whether the sleeve is tight enough, because if it's too loose, the card is going to fall out of it. So you start by getting into Z-grip, where the top packet needs to be a lot thinner. You then come over with your thumb, and you're going to use your index and middle here to flip this packet down and on top of your thumb right here. And as you do that, you're going to peel off a card with your index and thumb, and then transfer it to the middle, transferring your index finger to the inner edge in order to clip it between your index and middle to put it into tenkai. So once again, Z-grip, packet comes down, you slide off with your thumb, re-grip, and then you put it into tenkai position, and you clip this packet with your index and middle, and you come out like that. And then you can do a little display here. From here, you're going to keep contact with your ring finger of this hand. You're going to push this packet through the two scissor cut packets, and as it gets to about here, you're going to let go with everything except your ring finger here, and then grab with your thumb on this end. So if I take away that packet, you're in this kind of grip. So this packet is being gripped by the thumb and the ring finger at the edges, and then this card is in tenkai. So once again, from here to here to here to here, and then you extend the scissor cut packet, and this goes all the way to the side. One important thing here is that when you're at this point, your ring finger of this hand is supporting this packet, so you're in kind of that sort of grip. And then your lower hand can come over so that it connects with your thumb like that. So then you don't really have to come across with your upper hand. You can just come up with your lower hand. So from here to here, so this hand comes up, this hand grips with the thumb and ring finger, and then you're right here. Now, at this point, your sleeve is going to need to be in the right position. So you'll have to find this out for yourself, but it's usually about here. So you want about 2 inches of your wrist showing. Here to here to here. And now when you extend like this, your sleeve should be in the right position to receive the card. So it should be right up against the corner. You're going to use your index finger to put it into the sleeve just like that. Once you're in this position, you're going to have to unlock your hands and keep the card in its place. So the way you do this is by taking this packet and rotating it like so, and your lower hand has to be flat during this whole maneuver, because if it's not, then the card will fall out. Once this packet is all the way over here, you're going to reach over with your middle finger, and then you can let go with your thumb, and it'll balance on your index finger here, and you'll grab it with your thumb on this end, and then you can drag it out. Then you drop the scissor cut packet, and again, this card should be here the whole time. It should just, your hand needs to stay flat. Then as you drop this packet, you're going to bring this held packet over here so that you mirror the setup. Now what you're going to do is close this packet at the same time as you pin this packet. And the pinning can be a little tough Usually the card will be in at about this angle. What I found works is to come under it a little bit like this, and then it'll take some practice, but you want to flip it over so that it lands flush. And usually that means taking a more backward direction. But again, you'll have to get used to it. And you want to do it kind of quickly. You don't want to do it slowly, because if you do it slowly, then it won't look as good, because this will close, but then you'll be taking longer to close it on the sleeve side of things. So you just kind of do it like that, and you follow through with it. Don't just kind of tip it over. Make sure you really go like that. So from the top, that stays through like that. And now from this point there are 3 closer options, one of which I've never done before, so it's a little bonus for this tutorial. Since your hand is already here, you can just slap the packet there. What you've seen me do probably, if you've seen this move before, is I let the packet go and then I go like that. And that's just, you know, tossing it on there. But I think a cool closer that keeps the sleeve theme, and I've borrowed this from Oliver Sogard, is to keep the packet there and then tug on your sleeve carefully so that it goes down like this, and then it'll land on the deck. So it's very much sleeve themed. And that's Holdout. One last tip with Holdout is about the angle of the card in the sleeve. You want to align it with your thumb, because if it's too in line with your wrist and your arm, then when you close it, you'll have to close it more like that, and it's a perpendicular angle between these packets, and it looks a lot better if it's a parallel relationship. So if you line it with your thumb like that, you'll be able to clip the card and flip it over at a much straighter angle so that these packets are parallel, not like that. And it just looks better if you have this nice symmetry at the end, and then you can close.